You already know what it feels like. That moment when you're sitting in a room full of people, and somehow you still feel completely alone. You're nodding, you're smiling, you're saying the right things, but inside there's this quiet ache that no one really sees you, no one really gets you. And you wonder if genuine connection is something that just happens for other people but not for you. That feeling is more common than you think, and it is not your fault. Here is what nobody tells you. Most people are walking around with the exact same emptiness, the same hunger for real connection, the same fear that if people truly knew them, they would pull away. So everyone puts on a mask, everyone performs. And we all end up in these shallow interactions that leave us feeling more disconnected than before we even started. But here is the thing. The people in your life who seem to naturally draw others in, who always seem to have deep friendships and close relationships, they are not just lucky, they are not more lovable than you. They have learned something, a set of habits, tiny, almost invisible behaviors that create massive trust, warmth, and belonging. And that is exactly what we are breaking down today. Now, before we go further, if you are someone who is serious about transforming not just how you connect with others, but your entire social and emotional life from the inside out, we have related programs linked down below in the video description. These are designed for people who do not want to just watch videos and feel inspired for 10 minutes. They are for people who are genuinely ready to change. Most people will scroll past that link. Most people will keep consuming content and never do anything different. If you are not most people, you know where to look. Let us talk about the real problem first. You have probably tried to be more social. You have forced yourself into conversations. You have shown up to events. You have texted first. And yet something still feels off. The connections never go deep enough. People seem interested for a moment and then drift away. And you start to wonder if there is something wrong with you. Something fundamentally unlovable. Stop right there. The reason your connections stay surface level has nothing to do with your worth as a person. It has everything to do with a few specific habits most people were never taught. Research in social psychology consistently shows that the quality of your relationships is one of the strongest predictors of your mental health, your longevity, even your success in every other area of life. People with strong social bonds live measurably longer. They handle stress better. They recover from setbacks faster. The cost of isolation is not just emotional, it is physical, it is financial. It is the slow erosion of everything that makes life worth living. And here is the painful truth. Every year you spend not knowing how to build deep connection is another year of opportunities passing. Relationships that could have changed your life never forming. The loneliness compounds. It gets heavier. Most people wait until something breaks before they do anything about it. You do not have to wait. Let us get into the habits. The first one is so simple it almost feels wrong. Presence. Not just being in the room, real presence. The kind where the other person can feel that you are fully with them. Put the phone down. Not on the table, face down. Away. And when someone speaks, do not spend that time preparing your response. Actually listen to the texture of what they are saying. Listen for what they are not saying. Listen for the emotion underneath the words. People can feel within seconds whether you are truly with them or just waiting for your turn. When they feel truly heard, something shifts. They open up. They trust you. They want more of that feeling. And they associate that feeling with you. Most people will never master this because most people are too distracted and too focused on themselves in social situations. The ones who do master it become magnetic without even trying. The second habit is vulnerability. And I know that word makes some people want to close the tab immediately, but stay with me. Vulnerability does not mean falling apart in front of people. It does not mean oversharing. It means having the courage to say something real, to drop the performance for just a moment, to admit that something was hard, to say you were scared, to share a failure before you share the victory. When you do this, something almost miraculous happens. The other person exhales. Because they have been holding their breath behind their own mask, your honesty gives them permission to be human too. And that is the moment a real connection is born. The people who say vulnerability makes you look weak have never experienced what it feels like to have someone say to them, "I have felt that exact thing, and I thought I was the only one." That moment is worth more than 100 hours of small talk. The third habit is genuine curiosity. Not the polite questions you ask because you are supposed to, real curiosity. Get interested in who someone actually is beneath the role they play. Ask the question behind the question. When someone says they had a tough week, do not just nod and move on. Ask what made it tough, and then ask what that was like. People rarely get asked how something felt. They rarely get the chance to go beneath the surface. When you give them that space, they will remember you as someone special, someone safe, someone worth investing in. Here is a number that stops people in their tracks. Studies on relationship satisfaction consistently show that feeling understood by another person is more important to people than feeling liked. More important than being complimented, more important than being entertained. Understanding, that is what people are starving for. and you can give that to someone simply by asking one more question and actually caring about the answer. The fourth habit will feel counterintuitive. It is knowing when to be uncomfortable on someone else's behalf. When a friend is struggling, and they do not ask for help, most people back away. They do not want to intrude. They say things like, "Let me know if you need anything," and then disappear. Deep connections are built by the people who lean in when things get hard, who sit in the discomfort with someone rather than running from it, who say, "I am here even when you cannot find the words. You do not need to fix anything, you just need to stay." The fifth habit is consistency, not grand gestures, tiny consistent acts of showing up. The check-in text that asks nothing in return, remembering what someone mentioned 3 weeks ago and bringing it up, showing up to the small things. People do not trust you because you did one impressive thing. They trust you because you kept showing up when it would have been easier not to. Trust is built in the accumulation of small moments. Most people underestimate this completely. Now think about your life right now. Think about the relationships that matter to you. Think about how different your days would feel if those relationships were deeper, warmer, more real. Think about waking up and knowing that the people around you truly see you. Think about the weight that would lift from your shoulders, the energy you would have, the confidence that comes from belonging somewhere. That is not a fantasy. That is what is waiting on the other side of these habits. But reading about habits and actually rewiring the patterns that have been running your social life for years are two very different things. Most people read something like this, feel motivated for a day, and then fall right back into the same behaviors because the underlying patterns never changed. That gap between knowing and doing is exactly where most people stay stuck forever. If you're ready to close that gap, if you're ready to stop watching your relationships stay shallow while time keeps moving, the related programs linked in the video description below are your next step. They are not for people who are maybe a little curious. They are for people who are tired of watching connection happen for everyone else while they stay on the outside. The people who have already taken that step are living proof that this transformation is real and that it happens faster than you think. If you are one of those people, you already know what to do.